Hello and welcome. Thanks for tuning in. You're watching CGTN live streaming. I am CGTN reporter He Weiwei, and I am at the southern Chinese city of Guangzhou. This is a warehouse, and the Chinese Navy will ship a new batch of supplies to Tonga soon, and I'm here at a warehouse to show you the preparation here. And as you can see on my left hand, a truck is parking here, and some of the workers are unloading the supplies and then stock them to the warehouse right in front of me. And let me show you some of the goods here. And you know, China is scaling up its efforts to help Tonga to rebuild after the tsunami has hit the country. And recently, China has announced to deliver some 20 million RMB worth of goods. That's about $3 million of goods to Tonga, and it will be divided into two parts. The first part has already been sent to Tonga and arrived this morning, and this is the second part. These are mainly some machines and heavy vehicles like this. Let me show you. These are water pumps. As we know that after the volcanic eruption occurred in Tonga, actually local people are facing a shortage of electricity and water. So China is now preparing some machines, hoping to help local people to get back to their normal life. And also, this is a giant warehouse. Yeah, you can see, and it's already stocked with goods. And let me show you some of the goods here. These are generators, electricity generators. And also on the big box, on the surface of the big box, we can see a poster pasted here. It shows that these goods are prepared by the China Pacific Island countries' reserve of emergency supplies. And this reserve is based in Guangdong province, whose capital city is Guangzhou, where I am at. And here we also have the flags of the two nations, showing the friendship, and have a slogan written in 3 languages, in Chinese, in English, and in the Tongan language. It says that we are united as one, and we share the same destiny. We are under the same sun. And actually, aside from the electricity generators, what we also see, yes, here we see the label here, the gas-powered water pump is exactly the same as the water pump that were stocked outside. And actually, aside from these two kind of machines, we also have tents. And tents are stocked over there inside. We can't see that, but actually it's full of tents over there. And also, of course, we have some food and water, which is also in urgent need for the Tongan people here, right here. And very soon, these supplies will be shipped by the Chinese Navy from Guangzhou. And as I just mentioned, China announced a new batch of 8 that will be sent to Tonga. The first part of the supplies have already arrived in Tonga by 2 military aircrafts. And actually, my colleague Meng Qingsheng was on board the aircraft, and actually he is now in Tonga. Bring you a live coverage of this. And also here, this is the second batch. This is mainly some machines and heavy vehicles. And this is one of the warehouse where the supplies are stocked. And also in another warehouse, other supplies include tractors, such heavy vehicles that are believed to help the local people to rebuild their homeland. And on both sides of me, let me show you these white boxes, and they are donated by the Red Cross Society of China. We have a label here shows that it is a family kit. So what's this? It's basically a package of daily necessities. We can see the items here. Look, we have blankets, towels, moisture-proof pads, basically daily necessities, slippers and soap, etc. And on each of this white box, there are 2 kits inside it. And altogether today we have 3,000 kits like this. And some of them are still on the truck. And actually, during the past days, a number of trucks have arrived here, transporting the goods here. And this truck is the last one that arrived today. And soon it will finish the unloading process. And this batch of supplies, which will be sent by the Chinese Navy, they are over 60 tons of goods. And they will be shipped by the Chinese Navy and set off from the port of Guangzhou very soon. And for those who just tune in, just to remind you, you are watching CGTN live stream. We are at a warehouse in South China's Guangzhou. And China is now preparing a new batch of supplies, mainly some materials, machines, and heavy vehicles for reconstruction in Tonga. This warehouse, this giant warehouse like you're seeing now, are stocked with the supplies here, as I just show you some electricity generators, water pumps, tents, as well as some daily necessities and food. And here we see a banner. It's written in Chinese. It says that all these white boxes are donated by the Red Cross Society of China. If you have any questions, please leave your comments. We're doing the live stream for you from Guangzhou on our CGTN official website, as well as our official accounts on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. If you have any questions, please leave your comments, and we'll try to answer. Okay, let's get outside this warehouse to take a look at this whole situation here. It's about 2 in the afternoon, and actually it's the rest time in the middle of the day, so you don't see many workers here. But when we arrived here in the morning, and actually many workers were busy unloading the goods from the trucks and then stock them inside this warehouse. And now the process are almostly done, and soon the supplies will be shipped by the Chinese Navy to Tonga. And actually, China has scaled up its efforts to provide more aid to Tonga. On the 19th of January, Tonga received its first batch of foreign aid that was from China. And then, starting from then, and China has provided different batches of aid. For example, on the 27th of January, the Chinese embassy in Fiji has sent some supplies which was worth 1 million RMB, setting up from Fiji, and has arrived in Tonga on Thursday, that's on 27th. And also in the early morning of today, on Friday, a part of the supplies that China sent from inside China to Tonga has arrived in the airport of Tonga's capital. And my colleague, the CGTN reporter Meng Jingsheng, was on board the aircraft, and you can soon see some coverage from him. And actually here, this is the new efforts made by China. Some machines and heavy vehicles. Okay, I see some comments from our netizens. From our YouTube platform, a netizen said, "Well done, China." Applauded from Canada. Okay, thank you very much. And another netizen asks us, would it have to be quarantined at the Tonga end? Yes, this is a very good question. I want to mention that in Tonga, as the whole world is suffering from the COVID-19 pandemic, actually Tonga is one of the few countries that has zero case of COVID. So in order not to bring the COVID virus inside Tonga, all the supplies, not only from China but from other places, all the international aid supplies, once they arrived in Tonga, they have to be stocked in some place and be disinfected and then wait for 3 days. And after 3 days, local people will get to the warehouse to open all these aids. That is the measures taken to prevent the spread of the COVID-19 virus. Okay, another netizen from YouTube also said, how will you ensure no COVID spreads to Tonga, only cargo? Yes, I just mentioned this goods, when it arrived at Tonga, it should be quarantined for like 3 days at least to make sure that the COVID virus will not be spread to Tonga. Is it possible? Okay, we have another question here. Is it possible to give Tonga satellite internet? Well, that is also a question that I want to know. According to what I know here, at the very first days after the volcanic eruption occurred in Tonga, actually Tonga, there was a cutoff of internet and connectivity. So at the very beginning, it was very difficult for us to communicate with Tonga, to get in touch with Tonga. But soon, I think now things are getting better because we have already seen some reports coming from inside Tonga. And also my colleague, Wong Qingsheng, when he arrived at the Tonga airport together with the supplies sent by 2 military aircraft by Tonga, which was this morning, he just did a live stream over there. And I think the internet over there is getting better. Okay. Thanks for leaving your comments here. Let me see what other comments do we have here. Okay, someone from the YouTube said, I'm watching here in Shenzhen. Hello there, Shenzhen. We're in Guangzhou, very close to you. Okay. There is a netizen called Meadowix, asks, how long does it take from the ship to get there? Honestly, I have no idea about this, but I think it should be quick because let's take the aircraft, for example. The 2 military aircrafts took off from the airport in Guangzhou. By the way, Guangzhou and to Tonga, the distance is about 9,000 kilometers, the straight distance. So the aircraft will take hours. The aircraft actually took off from the airport in Guangzhou on 27th in the morning and then arrived in Tonga this morning. I guess the ship may take longer, but I'm sorry, I don't have the exact information about how long the shipping will take. Meadowix also asks, what kind of stuff is in the boxes? Okay, we have a lot of boxes here. Actually, inside these white boxes, this is some daily necessities. Let me show you. It's called a family kit. Actually, it's a package of daily necessities. You can see the items listed here: blankets, towels, moisture-proof pads, toilet paper, nail scissors, slippers, soap, toothbrush, toothpaste, a bowl, spoon, chopsticks, bucket, flashlight, umbrella, something like that. Actually, this is very useful, I should say that, for the local people there in Tonga. And of course, we, aside from these daily necessity kits, we have 3,000 kits like this. They also will be shipped by the Chinese Navy. And we have some other boxes over there. Let me show you. They are all stocked inside this. Let me show you some of the machines and vehicles. And actually, these parts of the supplies are mainly machines and devices, mechanical devices like this. It is an electricity generator. And here, we see a gas-powered water pump. Gas-powered water pump. All these boxes are already packed, so I cannot open it to show you more information. But we have so many boxes of this, and let me give you the figure here. And all the supplies in this warehouse, it weighs over 60 tons. Over 60 tons, and all these things, because they're so heavy, so maybe it's very difficult to transport them by aircrafts. So the Chinese Navy will help. They will be shipped to Tonga very soon. And we also have tents inside this warehouse, but it's stocked. Behind me, we cannot, I don't know where to, yeah, we're lifting our camera. I don't know, maybe we can see some of the packages over there. Some tents are over there. Okay, we have many comments here. Let me take a look. Okay, so netizen asks, if there is a possibility of giving the hospitals better medical machinery. That's a good question. Yes, we know that after the Tonga, the Pacific Island nation, was hit by tsunami, there was a cutoff in electricity and power supplies. So there must be some difficulties of the hospitals. And these machines, electricity generators and water pumps, they will help local people to rebuild their homelands. I'm not sure which destinations will these machines be delivered, but I think if the hospitals are in the most urgent needs of these machines, and of course this will be delivered to the hospital, but that's according to their local needs. Okay. Okay, some netizens also suggest that we can ship some solar panels, or rechargeable solar batteries. This will be a good idea. Yes, I totally agree with you. But in this batch of 8, we don't have such solar panels or something like that. But that would be a good idea. Later, I will meet some personnel in charge who's in charge of a joint reserve of emergency supplies between China and Pacific Island countries. I will definitely talk to him and to bring your suggestion to him. Thank you very much. Okay, Metalwix is following us very closely. How many people go on the ship to deliver the stuff? Sorry, I don't have exact information about that. I will try to figure it out later. And also we have some studies and says, so good, very good, and thanks. Okay, we also have a netizen saying that I am originally from North Japan and moved to Shenzhen in 2018. Okay, so you're from Japan. I came to China to do my best to thank the people for coming to my hometown's aid after the 2011 tsunami. Yes, I can still remember that tsunami. That was, that disaster was, shocked the whole world. And also, China at that time spared no efforts in helping Japan for the relief and the aftermath. And also we welcome you, this netizen from Japan. You moved to Shenzhen in 2018. And by the way, for those who just tune in, you're watching CGTN live stream. We are at a warehouse in South China's Guangzhou city, where the Chinese Navy will soon ship all the supplies behind me to Tonga to help the relief and restoration of their homeland. We're doing this live stream on the CGTN app, as well as our accounts on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. And if you have any comments, or if there's anything you want to know, If there's anything you want to take a closer look at, please let me know by leaving your comments. And I can see already a great number of netizens have left their comments, and I'm trying to answer them one by one and show them what they want to see. So if there's something you want to know, please let me know. And as I just mentioned, China is scaling up its effort to help Tonga to rebuild their homeland. And on the 19th, the first aid provided by China was from the Chinese embassy in Tonga itself. And the Deputy Prime Minister of Tonga has said that was the first batch of foreign aid that Tonga received, and that was from China on the 19th of January, days after the volcanic eruption. And later, the Red Cross Society of China has donated some 100,000 US dollars in cash to Tonga as emergency humanitarian assistance. And recently, China announced to provide another batch of supplies, which are worth in total 20 million RMB. That's equivalent to about 3 million US dollars. And the supplies are delivered to Tonga in 2 batches. The first batch are mainly food and water, which are the most needed, and also some medical supplies. And they are a total of 33 tons. And those supplies have been delivered by 2 Chinese military aircraft, and has just arrived at the airport in the capital city of Tonga this morning, Friday morning. And now you are seeing what's stocked inside this warehouse. It is the second part of the supplies that are worth 20 million yuan or 3 million US dollars in total. And these are mainly some machines and heavy vehicles like water pumps, generators, as well as tractors, some heavy vehicles. They are a total of 60 tons. 60 tons. They're so heavy, so that it's difficult to be delivered by aircraft. So they will be shipped by the Chinese Navy soon, very soon, setting off from the port of Guangzhou in the South China. Okay, we see some comments of our netizens who are following this live stream. Thank you so much for leaving your comments. So a netizen called Kurnia Salim said, power, phone, and internet lines are needed to be back on. Yes, exactly. After the disaster has hit Tonga, actually the internet, communications, connectivity, as well as the power are cut off for some days at least. So at the very beginning, it was very difficult for us to connect to Tonga to know that what was the situation and what Tonga needs, what their most urgent need is. But now things are getting better as we see more reports coming from Tonga. Now in Tonga, we have our reporter sending video reports nearly every day from Tonga. If you are concerned about the situation in Tonga, please follow CGTN on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. We're posting the latest coverage from inside Tonga every day. And also this morning, my colleague Meng Qingsheng has just arrived in Tonga, and he is the first Chinese reporter that has arrived in Tonga from outside to cover the aftermath. And he's still in Tonga now. Please stay tuned to CGTN for more of the coverage. Okay, we have so many comments here. Let me take a look. China is being the first to render aid in disaster. Yes, China is also always willing to help. And let me show you, on the surface of the boxes, each boxes we have a little poster like this. We have the flags of China and Tonga, and shows that these supplies are provided by the China Pacific Island Countries Reserve of Emergency Supplies. It is based in Guangdong province, where the capital city is Guangzhou. And we have a slogan here written in 3 languages. The Chinese, 四海皆兄弟，万里同日生. In English, it means we are united as one. We're like brothers and sisters. We share the same destiny. We're one under the same sun. And also, the slogan is also written in the Tonga language. Let me tell you more about this joint reserve. This joint reserve of emergency supplies between China and Pacific Island countries. Actually, this was just established about 1 month ago in December 2021 in Guangdong. A number of China's diplomats have attended the launching ceremony. And actually, the supplies is the first batch of aid provided and prepared by this joint reserve of emergency supplies. And the establishment of the joint reserve, this initiative came as a meeting between China and Pacific Island countries, joined by first foreign ministers held in October 2021. Okay, let me take a look at some of the comments here. Okay, one netizen who's following us, his name is Ocean Kelvin, says, "You're doing a good job, guys. Other countries need to copy your example rather than creating tension among the countries." Yeah, exactly. We know that, especially during the difficult time, we need to unite. We need to help each other to get through the difficult time. And it's Prince Sasko says, "Thanks for your consideration. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for your concern for Tonga." And Andrew Michael Ho says, 加油, that's in Chinese. Thank you. Yes, we will. Caroline Effendi Fusa says, "Keep up watching from Kenya." Hi, there we have followers from Kenya. Hello there. Greetings from China from me. And also a netizen, HWH, says, "Hope Tonga can rebuild swiftly. Stay strong, friends." Yes. As I just mentioned, China has already provided different batches of supplies to Tonga. And of course, these supplies will be part of the first batch of China's supplies sent from inside China to Tonga. Other supplies are made from the embassies, for example, the embassy in Tonga or the embassy in Fiji. But these are the first batch of supplies sent from inside China to Tonga. Part of them have been delivered by the Chinese military aircrafts, and these will be sent by the Chinese naval ships. Okay, Richard Pelou says, thank you, people of China. Yes, China is also always willing to help. And of course, the Chinese President Xi Jinping and the Chinese Premier Li Keqiang has sent messages of condolences to the King of Tonga and the Prime Minister of Tonga to express the condolences to the country and its people, saying that China is willing to help Tonga, to do whatever we can to help Tonga to rebuild their home, to get through these difficulties. We have Said, Amjad, Hossein, Shirazi. Am I reading your name right? Saying thank you so much, very good. Thanks for your attention for China's efforts to help Tonga. And the netizen, the friend from Japan, sorry, I can't read your name, it's written in Japanese, says China is leading the world in this. I guess you're saying China is leading the world in helping each other, because whenever a country was hit by the disaster or something, whenever a country is in need, China is always willing to help, to give in a helping hands to deliver the supplies. Okay, for those who just tune in, you're watching CGTN live stream. We are at a warehouse in South China's Guangzhou city, where China's latest batch of supplies are stocked and are ready to be shipped by the Chinese Navy to Tonga in the coming days. We're doing the live stream here to show you what a warehouse is like. And we're doing the live stream on our CGTN official website, as well as our account on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. We'll try to answer you. Okay, we have a comment by biologist Corey Ormak, am I reading your name right? Saying all of the world should help people in trouble, just like China. Yes, we do hope that we can help each other to get through the difficulties, because we share the same destiny for mankind. Oh, we have Jawad Yui Hatch, am I reading your name right? Love from Pakistan, really nice. You're watching from Pakistan, okay. Welcome for tuning in, thank you very much. If you have any questions, please let me know. And just now, a number of netizens who are following this live stream has asked me about one question, that will this goods be quarantined when it arrived in Tonga? And I want to mention that, yes, Tonga, right now, Tonga doesn't have any case of COVID-19. So in case, in order not to bring the coronavirus inside Tonga, all the supplies of international aid, when they arrived in Tonga, they should be quarantined for at least 3 days. That's according to the China's ambassador to Tonga. And these supplies will be stocked in somewhere, and then will be disinfected and then be put in 3 days. And 3 days later, they will be opened and dispatched to the local people. That's the way to prevent the spread of the coronavirus. Okay, we have Ocean Calvin says, I'm impressed with your spirit of work. Well, thank you, me and my colleagues. When I see the kind of humanity in you, I see future for Tonga. From Kenya, we are learning a lot from you. This is a message sending from Kenya to China. Thank you, Calvin. Thank you for your attention. Okay, this is the warehouse, and you don't see many workers here. I want to explain it to you because a local time is about 2 in the afternoon, and actually it's the middle of the day, it's the rest time, so you don't see many workers here. But actually, we arrived here in the morning, and a lot of workers are busy here unloading the goods and then start them packing them and stock them inside the warehouse. And you see the truck, the red truck, when we arrived this morning, it was fully loaded with the white boxes, and now the unloading process has completed. And this is also the last truck that will arrive at this warehouse today. This is the last truck. And so far, all the unloading process have been completed. Later, these white boxes will be packed and then stocked inside and ready to be shipped to Tonga by the Chinese Navy. Okay. If you have, you see some workers over there, right? They will move these white boxes into designated locations and ready to be packed. Okay, this is the end of the live stream today. We are in the south city of Guangzhou. All the supplies behind me are ready to be shipped to Tonga by the Chinese Navy soon. And now the preparations are almost completed. So for more of the Chinese help to Tonga, please stay tuned. And that's it for this live stream. Bye-bye. Thanks.